All right. We were ready, right, Joe?
Yeah, always ready.
Completely not paying any attention.
Hey, you're in front of the controls there, man.
Yeah, no shit. That's Primal Fear. It's brand new stuff from the Rule Breaker record. Don't know what that was called. I'm not even going to turn around and look.
Love that band.
It was something from Primal Fear. And they are good. Always. They're a band that even in, they did a couple of records where they experimented a little bit. That 16-6 record especially, that they went a little bit different. But even that's good. It's not bad. They're just solid, man.
Yeah, with any release for them, you're going to get a good solid metal record even.
Absolutely.
Even if there might be a few tracks here or there that are a little out left field, but it's still going to be good.
It's funny because the first time we had Ralf on was the on the first record. And I asked Ralf to tell me the story, and I don't know if you know. Do you know the story about him with Judas Priest?
Yeah, I do.
He told me, and I've never seen it. I mean, I've seen. It's not a secret that he was the guy, and then Ripper got the gig. But he told me that they literally gave him a plane ticket to fly to fucking England, and he flew to England. And when he got there, what's her name? Jane Andrews. Jane Andrews met him at the airport and said, "Oh, we changed our mind. We're going with someone else."
Wow. Now, see, I never heard that part of the story. Wow.
He got told at the airport after flying across Europe.
Did you have a sign with his name on it standing there at the airport? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. They're boarding down down here.
Wow.
I couldn't believe that they wouldn't have just called him.
Yeah.
Just call him and say, "Look, dude, don't get on the plane." Something. Wow. But he literally flew from Germany to England just to be met at the airport to say, "Oh, you didn't get the gig."
Hope he at least got lunch at the Terminal Cafe.
Probably not. Why would they feed some guy that's not in the band? That's not a proper business expense. Oh, my God. It's such a shame, man. I don't know about you, but I would, and I love the Ripper years, and I know I'm in the minority on that. Most people do not love Jugulator, and they like Demolition even less. And I get that. Fair enough. If you're a Priest fan, you like Halford. I get that. But I personally liked it, but being both a Gamma Ray fan and now a Primal Fear fan, I would have loved to have heard what he would have done.
Yeah, me too.
Unlike Ripper, he was a little closer to the model.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tim, and I don't know if you know Tim well or not, but Tim's a good friend of mine. And I think Tim did a great job. I saw many of those shows. I enjoyed those shows. But I think Tim had the sound, but he was just a little bit too modern for Judas Priest.
It would have been more of a power metal kind of classic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
where I think Ralf is that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did bad. I personally really enjoyed it, and I'm happy for Tim that he literally has been able to make a career out of 2 records.
Yeah.
If you really want to get into it, he's been in Yngwie, he's been in Frozen Dirt, he's been in all his solo stuff, Beyond Fear, and his solo record, and all that stuff happened because he got that gig.
Yeah.
With Priest, and
I remember seeing him at Ron's Crossroads in Akron.
Sure.
Back in the 90s with
the
Winter's
British
Bane. And,
I saw him with British Steel once or twice. Or was that what it was called? It was
Damage Inc., I think, was one of his early bands. Yeah.
I remember seeing him, forever. And that's why I remember the first time that he played at, I think they played the Agora, the big room in the Agora, the first time Judas Priest came in, which was just horrifying to me that Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Judas Priest, who I had, I'm writing, with my writing prose as it is, I'm in the process of writing this series of little mini books called Cause and Effect. And I put one out, the Metallica one. But one of the other ones that I have is Judas Priest, Turbo. And the thought process behind the Cause and Effect is to analyze each song and either tell a story about how it affected me personally or how it affected the band or the band's audience or something. There has to be something to it, and I think Turbo is it's a polarizing record for Priest, Some like it, some hate it.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's like, it's cool, whatever. Point of entry. There's a lot of people who are like, yeah, that's okay. I can live with that. Turbo and Nostradamus. You either love it to death or you hate it with a passion. And there's
I love Turbo and I hate Nostradamus.
See, I like Turbo. I'm with you. I'm exactly the same way. Nostradamus, I would rather listen to Tommy Lee's rap projects. I really would, because I can't do songs like Plague or
I'd put on a fight record.
Yeah, exactly. I'd put the 2 record on.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Come on, I haven't
heard that record for a long time though.
You're on a desert island. You only can take 1 record.
Nostradamus or 2?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Which one do you go? Which one are you willing to listen to until you find a tree branch to stick through your eardrum?
Probably 2.
That's
probably right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're probably.
At least that had some interesting moments. Not necessarily the kind of music we like, but interesting. Nostradamus, all that fucking orchestral nonsense.
I made it through that record about 2 times, I think, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
Well, dude, in our chat room, one of our most loyal fans, I'm sure he's in there tonight, although I didn't look to see. Is our friend Jackal One, Jim Bartek, who I know you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Jim obviously set the standard with Nostradamus at 524 days in a row to listen to that.
I think he listened to it more than the amount of copies was sold.
Don't you think that explains his insanity?
Yeah, very well so.
I mean, it's such a.
It does.
It's such.
He was a different guy before he did that.
I believe that. I believe that, man. But he's so, and maybe I'm just a worthless music critic. I probably am. But I tried, because of Jim Bartek, and I've never even said this on the air, so this is news flash. But because of Jim's passion for this record,
I listened to it too.
I tried to get it. I listened to it probably 15 times, not in the same even month, but I would listen to it all the way through, and then I would be like, "Oh, this sucks."
Well, it's like you hate Power Windows from Rush. I think it's a great album.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everybody has a different taste, but
that album by Nostradamus really does suck.
Oh, it's so And I can't, you can't even say it to, like, I believe I asked Halford point blank why, because I don't get it. And he had the answer of, they wanted to expand and blah, 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 blah. The typical I'm a rock guy that knows how to do an interview answer.
Mm-hmm.
And
didn't you expand enough with 2 and Fight?
Yeah, well, Fight I liked.
Oh, I love Fight.
Fight.
Well, that second Fight album, a lot of people don't like, and it's my favorite.
With
Small Deadly Space.
Small Deadly Space is fantastic.
A lot of people like the first one better.
I don't agree with that.
That's what I've always heard.
Yeah. Yeah, and they put out that reissue, that K5 or whatever that was. That was not bad either. It had some good songs.
I saw about 3 shows on that Small Deadly Space tour when I was living down south.
Sure,
they were great, man.
Yeah, I saw them once, and they were great. They were kick ass. But yeah, Nostradamus, eek.